when you are entering data, there are two things in Excel that can make your life much easier. The first one is AutoComplete, and that is like kind of like predictive text. So like if you've ever been typing an email and text like kind of pops up and it's like swipe to accept because it thinks that it knows what you want to say. Similar idea. So again, using this table, let's say that I wanted to add another column for biology, for whatever reason. And if I just kind of start typing, you can see that it's like, oh, hey, it looks like you're typing this other word that's already in the cell. And so if I just hit enter, it will auto-complete that for me. Or if I have, religion, I can auto-complete that. But it works for things that you already have. Another feature is AutoFill. So even though it doesn't quite make sense, let's say that we wanted to make an ID column. And it's just sequential numbers from 1 to whatever. So if we type in just the first one and then come to this little box over here, notice again the cursor changes from that white big plus sign to a smaller black plus sign. If we click once it changes to that shape and start dragging, it will either fill it with that number, since we only typed the 1, or I'm going to undo that. If I type, a few more entries in, again, grab that corner, I can select here if I needed a whole bunch of 3s, or, I would like to extend this out. I don't want to have to type numbers from 1 to 1,000. And so if I highlight this and I start extending it out, if you look at that gray box to the upper right of my cursor, you can see where I'm going to now end. And it has auto-filled with that pattern that we have established. Another use of this can also come in text. So let's say we have the years in school. This is actually a good example. So notice how when I typed S, it wants to fill it in as sophomore, but I actually want senior. So now that I have two words that start with S, it won't suggest anymore until I get a few more letters in. Anyway, I digress. But if we have this and we want to just repeat this pattern, it's not going to extend it like it did with the numbers. It's just going to repeat the pattern that we have established. And that's where that gray box to that upper right of the cursor comes in handy, because it tells you where you are in the pattern. So if you want to make sure that you have a full repeat of the pattern, then you would go down again until you see that you have senior in that little gray box, and it just repeats that pattern until you have selected to stop.